when came across the clip. I'm not too familiar with all of their standpoints on tonight's conversation. But I love the way he worded it and how women have been approaching relationships, well, in a more masculine manner.
Women come up and talk about how successful they are and how intimidated men are, and they never say a word about their character. And I just can't help but think about how turned off women get when men lead with money and lead with accomplishment and end up having nothing but unavailability and coldness and lack of emotional development, because that unfortunately is what it takes to succeed in certain career fields. You can look it up. And for some reason, women think that the success that they've amassed has somehow happened without them becoming devoid of a lot of the personality and relationships that men are devoid of. And they flex their accomplishments and money the same way men do. And somehow, we make it different every time. Every time. No disrespect to you, but you didn't say about being a good woman. Nothing.
Why
you didn't say no. Fuck all that, bro. Didn't say nothing about.
I can tell you
This is about a larger point. This is not about her as an individual. We don't hear I'm successful, I got my degree, and I've been in therapy the last 3 years working out my issues. I just bought a house, and I also identified my childhood trauma and it took inventory over my baggage, and I got it out the way. Oh, also I'm loyal. My time management is on point. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm considerate. We never hear any of it. What I hear is when say that y'all act like, when men say that y'all have turned into alphas, what we're talking about is the worst parts of manhood. Y'all have taken it on. Now, the problem with men is that we won't admit that those are the worst parts of us too. But shorty, y'all have taken the worst parts of what it means to be successful, and y'all wear that like a badge. Look at what it's done to us. If you need an example of what it looks like to only live in your accomplishments, look at the black men around you. You in a city full of them. Look at how devoid they are. Look at what it took them to get to where they are. Look at how underdeveloped some of them are emotionally. This is what you want? Is this what we're going to do, to let accomplishments be band-aids for that?
This is what I'm doing. This is kind of the self-centered, self-focused talk that Trev was talking about. And it is a reason why men are saying, okay, you act like a man. And they're like, no, I don't act like a man. I don't look like a man. But essentially, that's what he described it perfectly. It's the attitude of, this is the work that I'm putting in. But essentially, as women, we're nurturers, we're givers. A man doesn't want to be in a relationship with another man. So presenting that way, yes, you can look like a woman, but leading with that mindset into a relationship can come off very masculine to men. And so I agreed with his point completely.
All right, let's go on Mirror then, Sweeney.
I don't see why even the premise of the conversation where he said, women are leading, he said women should lead with, I got my degree and I went to therapy to sort out my childhood traumas. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't understand why women would lead that way in the first place. Even with the whole, I sort out my childhood traumas, women's value isn't supposed to be in these types of degrees or something. I think it's already a masculine premise to lead with accomplishments anyway, because that's what men are supposed to do. Men are supposed to get out there and accomplish and compete. Women aren't supposed to be like that. We are supposed to, our accomplishments are, McPherson brought up a good point. He said that a woman is born with value, a man makes his value. Kevin Samuels just talk about that all the time, that women are born with value that slowly depletes, that slowly decreases, while men, they're born with nothing and they have to make themselves. So a woman's value is not so much in any type of accomplishment. Even if you did go to school, so what? That doesn't make you a better wife. That doesn't make you a better mother. It doesn't make you anything. So what? It's nice. I guess you can teach the kids what you learned in school, but any woman leading with that, I think the whole premise is off to me. And as for leading with money and leading with the worst characteristics of money, I think that he was talking about the coldness of it. Like a person who has money, they're going to tell you, I don't need you. I don't need you. If I want you here, you'll be here. If you don't, then, and I think a lot of women are leading with that today too. A lot of Western women are leading with that. I make my own money. I don't need you. That kind of coldness, that kind of disposability of humans. We treat each other like we're disposable, and I don't need you. And women didn't used to be that way. Typically, women are seen as the glue of families. Women are the only things that keep families together. That's what the value of a woman is more. I mean, maybe you guys disagree with me, but I believe that that's the value of a woman, is being the glue. That's the gold of a woman. If you see so many families without, if you see the women, I'll give you an example. You have a family, typically, not always, but typically the women are the ones who keep the families together. If you see a kingdom, two kingdoms that want to stop warring with one another, if they stop wanting to go war with one another, they marry their daughters into the next kingdom. They say, okay, Spain and Ireland don't want to fight anymore. The Spanish princess will go marry the Irish duke or something like that, you know, and that way there's a unity. That's how they used to do it, so that there wouldn't be any more fighting between those two nations. Women are glue. They're supposed to be the glue of families, and leading with that premise of I went to school, I did this, my accomplishments, my money, it's a very masculine thing. And I think that's what he meant by women starting to act and lead with more masculine traits. So that's
you're completely right, Amira, about women being the glue of the family. Women are supposed to be the heart and nucleus of the home, right? It's almost like the heartbeat of the home. They bring the warmth into the home. So that's completely right. But I think the mindset of women, and this is going back to Trust's point, the mindset of women is, I don't want the responsibility. I'm doing me. I'm focused on me. It's all about me. If it doesn't serve me, I don't want to deal with it. And that's going across every sector of society right now, right? Even when it comes to, women are saving or working for America, or always have to save everybody. Women are in this place within the Western world of, I don't want to do it anymore. I need to choose me. I see all kind of things in campaigns. Choose yourself, put yourself first. It's time to focus on you. So that agenda is being pushed, and young girls without any guidance think that that's a mantra that they should take on themselves. But like you said, with too much is given, much is required. So people want the finished product, and they want the picture of how a family looks. They want the picture of a husband and kids, and everybody's perfectly dressed, and the dog and the fence and the house and the cars and everything else. But they don't realize what is the responsibility to not only get that, but also the responsibility to maintain that. Men are focused on providing for their family. It's always the women who are cooking and making sure everyone's invited properly to the home for get-togethers, and organizing the children and making sure that everyone, if you have family coming in town, it's the woman that's making sure, and the husband may work together with flights and making sure that the guest rooms are perfectly stocked, and the rest of the bathrooms and the snacks are in the fridge for family coming and visiting, and all this type of thing. That is the responsibility. That is the weight. But that's something that we have innately in us as women. But women are running away from our qualities that are innately in us and God given to us.